Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Therapy Book Thursday. We have another good book today called Will It Be Okay? This is written by Crescent Dragonwagon and art by Jessica Love. So we will get started here, but a word of maybe caution. There is a piece or a moment in this book where they do talk about running away. And although it is make-believe in some of this, we just want to make sure that our children understand what's safe and not safe, and if that is a safe option in your area, or if you feel comfortable with that, and what their options are. So just in case they may think that it's okay to do exactly what happens in this book, you may want to have a little talk about that before you move into after you read this book and they hear that option. So without further ado, will it be okay? Will it be okay? Yes, it will. But what if there is thunder and lightning? You sit at your window and watch the rain beating down over the houses and streets in the dark night. You see how special it is because the lightning shows the rainy sky and countryside and all the city. You pay attention because the loud thunder is calling you, saying, "Look, look, the world is receiving a deep, long drink." But what if there is snow, lots and lots of snow? You put on your red leggings and your orange boots, your pink coat and your plaid scarf, and your yellow hat and your fake fur earmuffs, and 2 pairs of striped mittens, one on top of the other. But what if we plant a garden and nothing, not even the cabbages, come up? We go to the nursery and buy 7 tomato plants, just in case. But we come home, we dig 7 holes in the garden. When we come home, we dig 7 holes in the garden and put a tomato plant and compost in each one. We pat the earth back around each tomato plant and pour a bucket of water around each one too, to make them feel at home. Then we go inside to read a book. When we come out again, there is a tiny row of cabbage seedlings and also a bush bean. Also, the bush beans have come up. But what if a bee stings me? You run to the kitchen and I rub a piece of raw onion back and forth on the sting. You say, "A piece of onion? That is silly. That won't work." But it does. But what if I am mad at everyone? You run away. You pack raisins, walnuts, oranges, crackers, and a flashlight in a red bandana. You knot its 4 corners together and tie it to a stick and carry it over your shoulder. You walk and walk till you come to the park. You stay all afternoon sitting by yourself under a tree and then on a bench. Then you swing, pushing yourself off so hard you go up so high you make up a song to yourself about being a bird. Then you come home again. You are not mad at everyone. But what if someone doesn't like me? You feel lonely and sad. You walk and walk until you come to a small pond. You kneel in the grass by the edge of this pond and you see something move. You put out your hand and a tiny frog, no bigger than your thumbnail, hops onto it. Very carefully, you lift your hand up to your ear and the frog whispers, "Other people like you. Other people love you. Maybe that person will like you again. Maybe not. In any case, you are likable and lovable, and it is all right, because a frog tells you this. You believe it." But what if I forget my lines in the school play? You make up new ones, then and there, and later everyone will say, "What a wise and sensible child. She forgot her lines, so she made up new ones." But what if nobody likes the way I dance? You go dancing in the woods alone in the crackling leaves. One day you meet someone else dancing in the leaves. You dance together, you throw leaves on each other, you gather leaves into a big pile and jump into them. Then you go home and draw pictures and drink cocoa with whipped cream. But what if you die? My loving doesn't die, it stays with you. As warm as two pairs of mittens, one pair on top of the other. When you remember you and me, you say, "What can I do with so much love? I will have to give some away." So you love thunder and lightning, snow, planting cabbages, and bees. You dance with other people in the leaves and are in plays with them and run away with them and read books with them and get mad at them and make up with them. You love them and they love you, and you eat raisins together. So it will be okay? Yes, my love, it will be okay. The end. So I love how this book walks through the answers to the question, will it be okay? And the things that that child can do to help them to feel better about that question and that concern that they have. And so this is one way we as parents or adults in a child's life, we can help them to understand those worries, other than saying things like, well, don't worry about it. That's not always helpful, especially for children. They have many questions and they want to know, and they're always just inquisitive. We want to help them to understand the why. And sometimes that why question just keeps going and going and going. And so we have to learn maybe when to stop that, but answering them and helping them to understand about that concern, and even if something bad happens, what the outcome or what the response is, so that they feel prepared for that. And so yeah, being stung by a bee, that would really stink. Wouldn't feel very good, but how can we handle that? What are we gonna do about it? Will it hurt? Yes, and it won't hurt for long. So that would be one way to talk about it, just like they did in the book, like what mom would do. And in this case, she used an onion. That's something new. I learned something new. Maybe you learned something new too from this book. So I hope you enjoyed today's book, Will It Be Okay? And join me again next week for Therapy Book Thursday. Have a good day. Bye.